Dang. I was hungry.
On problem 2, yeah, okay. On problem 2, we're looking at it. Remember what the L stands for? The L stands for, are they lined up? Are the X's and Y's lined up on the same side? Yes. So we don't have to do any moving or anything to line them up. Check, that's already lined up. Right? Now the O, it kind of stands for 0. Is there already a 0 pair? Think to yourself, is there already a 0 pair? So if there's not already a 0 pair, don't give up, or don't just cancel whatever you think you're supposed to. We need to actually create a 0 pair, and we're going to focus on creating it by multiplication. So we need to try to think, okay, there's nothing that automatically cancels. Is there anything that's identical to each other? Is there any identical terms? Nope. So O is for opposites on this one. Is there anything that's opposite, so that'll be easy to eliminate? You see? Both of them are. But I'm just going to stick with eliminating the X's like I did earlier. So this is a positive X. This is a negative 3X. So if they're already opposites, you don't have to worry about changing the sign. We worry about making these numbers the same. So what do I want this to be? I want this to be a positive 3 because this is a negative 3. So what am I going to multiply everything up here by? A 3. Good. So I'm going to rewrite this one down here. So what's 3 times X? 3X. What's 3 times 2Y? What kind of 6Y? Plus a 6Y. Make sure you don't forget the plus sign. And then 3 times, yes, back here, negative 30. You have to multiply everything in this equation times that number, but the bottom one does not change. So now this is my system. This is my system. C stands for let's combine them, and that's where our 0 pair is going to eliminate. So I'm going to rewrite it here so we can eliminate the 0 pair. Which is the 0 pair? The X's. Good. The X's are going to get eliminated. That's why it's called elimination method. And then C, remember C stands for combine. Combine means to add. Sometimes you're adding 2 positives. Sometimes you're adding 2 negatives. Sometimes, in this case, this is a negative plus a positive. So negative 4 plus 6 for the Y's is 2Y. And 9 plus negative 30. 9 plus negative 30, be careful. Negative 21. And let's go ahead and just solve for Y. And this is something people keep asking. What are we solving for, Miss? It depends on what got eliminated. The X's got deleted. So in this case, we're solving for Y. And yes, it is a what? Keep the decimal. Negative 10.5. Yes, you keep the decimal because we're not talking about a slope. We are not talking about a slope, so don't worry about keeping decimal. However, if it was your test and they put fractions, remember, math enter, enter. Math enter, enter on your calculator will help you change it back and forth if you need to. So some people might think you're done. Some people might be happy. No, we're not done because remember, a solution is X, comma, Y. So you're not finished. We only know the Y piece. So we already combined them, then we solve for Y. Then the E is for choose which one's easier to help you find the missing value. Which one do you think is easier this time? Top or bottom equation, all the way from the beginning. Look at the beginning. You think the bottom one looks easier? Oh, you guys are brave souls. We'll do it. It's whatever one you think is easier. However, usually the easier one has the smaller numbers, has more positive values. But you guys, that's fine. Whatever y'all want to do. So what are we doing with the easy equation? We got to plug something in. What is it?
The Y.
What did we just solve for? Thank you. And the rule is to plug it in with what? Always plug in with parentheses. And what is it? Negative 10.5. Once you see parentheses, you have to figure out, do I need to multiply or not? In this case, it does look like we need to multiply because we have a number that's directly sitting next to the parentheses. So when you multiply, be careful because this is a negative 4 times negative 10.5. Okay? This is a negative times a negative. So bring down the negative 3x, multiply that. What do you get when you multiply that?
42.
A minus 42 or positive 42. And then now we're just solving for x. This is a two-step equation. If you're not sure about two-step equations, what do I keep saying? Either go to tutorials or look it up on YouTube. Two-step equations. I'm doing the opposite of the 42, so I can cancel it out. Once again, combine these. A 9 and a negative 42. What's 9 combined with the negative 42? We're adding again.
33.
A positive 33?
A negative 33.
Ah, yes, negative 33. And the last step is getting rid of what's connected. Divide exactly what is with your variable.
11, yeah.
X equals 11. Now the D stands for difficult. So use the other equation and let's try to check our solution that we think is correct. We think the X is 11 and the Y is negative 10.5.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
It's not related, but tomorrow, can we watch a Christmas movie?
I'm sorry. Moving on to the work. Plugging in the X plus the, don't forget you got a plus and a 2 and then we're plugging in the Y. Tomorrow we will be doing practice with this. We will not be watching movies. Sorry, no movies in math class. X is the 11. The Y is negative 10.5. So please do this math right here to see is it going to equal negative 10. Please use your calculator to see is that going to equal negative 10. If it's true, good. If it's false, no. If it's false, we did something wrong. Did you check your calculator? That's kind of like a 11 and a negative 21. Yeah, that looks like it works. So that's our solution. That's the end of this problem.